Hello everyone, Suzelfrews here. In this video, I'll be doing the 3 emoji challenge. I asked my Instagram followers to send me 3 emojis, and then I created characters based on the different combinations. This ended up being a lot trickier than I expected, but it was so much fun. Anyway, let's get into it. I started with these emojis from iUserJoe, a peacock, ballet shoes, and a maple leaf. There's a lot of variety here and some great colors, so this one sparked my imagination. It ended up being the trickiest of the bunch though, as you'll see. So my initial concept was a forest nymph dancer whose body is a tree. She houses and cares for birds, and in return they give her feathers which she uses to decorate her dress. I went through a couple passes with this idea, and while I thought it was pretty cool, I wasn't feeling the humanoid approach for whatever reason, and I felt the elements of the concept weren't coming together as cleanly as I had envisioned. So I scrapped that and went for a much more abstract creature. I really leaned into the bird features and took more inspiration from the anatomy and patterning of a peahen. Yeah, I know the emoji was a peacock, but it still counts, right? Despite being more plain than their male counterparts, during my research I actually came to really appreciate the peahen's beauty quite a lot. They have elegant brown markings on their face, and I love how they have a few teal feathers which really pop on the brown backdrop. I also wanted to incorporate their poofy neck feathers into my design, but it was tricky to do it without it looking like, I think it came out fine in the end though. I'm still not sure what kind of creature this is. Are the feathers natural, or is she some kind of terrifying monster fairy wearing the pelt of her prey? I try not to think too hard about it. It looks cool. For my second character, I chose these emojis from Yog KV. Sorry if I'm butchering these names, by the way. A zombie, fairy, and skull. This one was much more straightforward than our peahen girl. I knew right away that I wanted to take inspiration from that zombie parasite fungus. You know, the ones that infect insects and then take over their brains? Super gross, but kind of cool in a weird way. I figure since fairies aren't much larger than bugs, they could be infected by these parasites as well. And so, zombie pixie. And she's bioluminescent too, of course, because glowing stuff is just awesome. I'm super proud of this one. It might be one of my favorite digital artworks I've ever done. There were so many fun combinations to choose from, I almost couldn't pick a third set. But I just had to do this one from Typo the Typo. What can I say? I love mice. Let's draw a mouse. Our little mouse is a humble pastry artist until a dragon threatens her village and she must become a magical adventurer. This will be so cute. There's a Mickey Mouse cartoon where Mickey becomes a squire, but he has to fight all the monsters himself because the knight is a coward. Except he does all his battles with a wooden spoon because that's the only weapon he has. I thought that idea was really funny, so I was definitely inspired by that for this character. Plus, the concept of small animals using oversized household objects as weapons is just plain adorable. I liked the more painterly shading style I used for the zombie girl, so I decided to do a full digital painting for our mouse. I'm not very experienced with this style, so it's definitely not perfect, but it was such a fun process to work with. Digital painting is much less formulaic than the simple comic art style I'm used to, so you kinda have to trust your gut on more things rather than following a specific set of steps. In a way, I found it forced me to let go of expectations, so it was a therapeutic process. I definitely want to work this way again in the future. And she's done. I think this little warrior turned out so cute. I can just imagine her going at a horde of goblins armed with only your trusty rolling pin. And that's all for the 3 emoji challenge. I'm honestly happy with all these designs, and I learned a lot by doing each of them. This challenge really pushed me to think outside the box and draw things I normally wouldn't choose on my own. I think it's a great exercise for any artist who wants to improve their design skills, and it's a ton of fun too. So, which of these designs is your favorite? Do you have any name suggestions for the characters? I would love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. With all that said, have a wonderful week and keep creating. Bye!